Hello friends, welcome to this final review of IPL 2025, and you have a new champion, and with what many expected, many cricket fans were supporting for Royal Challengers Bengaluru, and RCB and Virat Kohli are finally champions of IPL after 18 long years of waiting. To discuss this match, the final, Punjab Kings, so near yet so far, but feel for RCB, who were so near yet so far for 3 earlier editions, and finally they made it in their 4th attempt. We have K. Srinath, our good old friend, former player, now a BCCI panel umpire, to discuss how the match went about and how is Bengaluru celebrating the morning after a sensational 6-run victory for RCB over Punjab Kings at the massive Narendra Modi Stadium. Sri, welcome to Gikkudiaries YouTube channel, our Kumbi-Gikku Show. How are you feeling the morning after RCB has won their first title in 18 years?
Thank you, Jikku. It's been a surreal feeling because I could hardly catch up with any sleep. There were firecrackers all around, and they went on till wee hours in the morning. I think Bengaluru didn't sleep, and Tuesday was the night to remember. And as you said, yes, 18 long years of wait, and I feel for the man who's been loyal to a franchisee, jersey number 18. King Kohli. I think he had most of the trophies in his armory, in his kitty. But what was missing was this one. And there it comes, a fairy tale ending. And who else to be a deserving winner of this edition of IPL? It had to be RCB. But nevertheless, my heart goes out to Punjab Kings, who had a fantastic run in this tournament, and the margin of victory towards the end of just by 6 runs. So it's a fantastic end to this 18th edition of IPL. We've seen a lot of highs and a lot of lows. The tournament being pushed back by 9 days for reasons well known. End of it, they say all that finishes ends well. It was for RCB.
And you needed a first-time captain in Rajat Patidar to lead RCB to their maiden title victory. They have had so many captains, including Virat Kohli. But how good was Patidar throughout this whole edition?
Absolutely. In fact, typically the RCB before the start of the IPL have an unbox event wherein the captain is announced and they have a small presser. So wherein I still remember Virat, coming on and saying that we believe in you, and also we expect the fans to believe in you. Certainly we'll get things right this year. I mean, it was a dream start and a fairy tale ending. Honestly, the way he's led the side, a lot of composure, and not with much of rich experience coming into this IPL as a captain, but fantastic. The sort of composure I said he showed, calmness he brought to the table. Though in between he missed out 3 games because of an injury, wherein we had a stand-in captain, Jitesh Sharma. So I feel extremely happy for Rajat, and also for the millions of fans of RCB who've been so loyal. And in fact, today, all the roads in Bengaluru were all painted in red and black. I was just walking out in the evening and I could just see red and black. It was painted red and black. So festive mode, and thanks to the way RCB played the way this year. And yes, a commendable performance, and the way, he led this pack. Rajat Patidar, doff the hat for him. And as you said, it needed a new captain to lay their hands on the IPL title.
But if you look at it, 190 for 9 that RCB made, I thought it was a golden opportunity missed by Punjab Kings. It was gettable, and it was not a pitch where you were not going to get 191. Where did Punjab Kings lose it?
I think they lost their way in the small little period when Nehal Vadera walked in at the fall of Prabh Simran Singh's wicket. And that was the time when he just couldn't buy a run. and that put a lot of pressure on Josh English, who was forced to go over the top and was outcaught brilliantly at long on of Krunal Pandya. So that was the key time, and a brilliant spell of bowling by Krunal Pandya. They say when the going gets tough, the tough gets going. 4 overs, 17 runs and 2 wickets. Now, what else do you expect in a grand finale? And he stood up, put up his hand and said, "I am there here today to come to the party." I think that was the key phase in the game where the momentum was lost. And once, the asking rate moves up to 14 and 15, which happened eventually, it looked a bit distant for Punjab Kings from there.
At the power plays, end of power play, there was hardly anything to choose between, and Punjab Kings were going, or they were actually going to meet the target. But yes, Krunal Pandya and his 4-over spell, and also Shreyas Iyer, who was out for only 1 run, edging to the wicketkeeper. That turned the match in RCB's favour, or rather sealed the match in RCB's favour. Do you agree that?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It was a nothing shot from Shreyas Iyer, because the sort of resilience he showed and bounced back from that defeat in the qualifier 1, and under real pressure, he just pulled it off against the Mumbai Indians. And we were the same set of people who were discussing and talking about what impact Shreyas Iyer made, and he would be the man to watch out. I thought a very, very ordinary shot under that circumstances. I think that literally, got RCB 1 foot into the door. Having said that, I think they still made a good comeback. But after the second strategic timeout, I think over number 16, Bhuvneshwar Kumar sealed it. Those 2 wickets just put the brakes on Punjab Kings. Though the last over, Hazelwood went for 3 sixers and the margin came down to 6. People who view the scoreboard tomorrow or early in the morning today, they might feel that, it's a close game and 6-run victory. But I think by over number 18, I think the game was done and dusted. I think 2 overs and 43 runs was really a Herculean task with 7 wickets down.
And in RCB's innings, there was a phase where they were not getting the runs. Even Virat Kohli was dealing in singles and allowing his partners to deal with the boundaries. But there was a phase where Liam Livingstone, and when he was there, that 11 or 12 ball phase, where they scored 33 runs. And after that, Punjab Kings came back brilliantly. 3.1 overs, their last 3.1 overs, 20 runs and 5 wickets or so. So there, they still believed that Punjab Kings would lay their hands on the trophy for the first time. But then it was destined to be RCB's, wasn't it? RCB all the way.
True. In fact, the pitch played well when RCB batted, and they got off to a flyer when Salt got going pretty well. And yes, it was not the fluent Virat we saw throughout this IPL tournament. I mean, what was going through him, we're not aware of, but it was a very, very untypical and uncharacteristic inning from Virat Kohli. So yes, but he held, the center stage there, tried to work around with the other boys. But to be honest, it was the little cameos from Liam Livingstone and Jitesh Sharma that made the difference. Though there was no score in excess of 50, we saw, quick fire 20s, both from Livingstone and Jitesh Sharma. I think that propelled them to, I would say a par score. Not exactly, they predicted it was 200, 210. But 190, why I say is a par score in a final is scoreboard pressure, you can add 20 more to it. So effectively, because of the occasion, I think 190 looked like 210 for Punjab. But yes, in the end, a very intense and closely fought game. But yes, as you say, well-deserved champions. And the 18th edition of IPL has seen a new winner. And Royal Challengers Bengaluru have etched their name on that coveted trophy.
And certainly, Virat Kohli's opening partner, Phil Salt, 2 years in IPL, 2 titles with 2 different teams. Last year with KKR, this year with RCB. He seems to be doing nothing wrong, or his team doesn't seem to be doing anything wrong.
Yeah, in fact, he had flown back, for his for the birth of his child, and apparently, I believe he had landed in Ahmedabad at 3 in the afternoon today. So maybe it was the luck which his baby brought, and as you say, I think he's been a lucky mascot, snatching the title away from KKR and bringing it into RCB. All said and done, it was a fantastic run, and the brand of cricket which RCB played, and they displayed, fabulous tenacity. And certainly at no point during this tournament did they look like a tournament, like a team, which looked, done and dusted. So yes, the emotions, the sort of fan following, the faith, especially the loyal fans had in them. I think it took 17 long years, and the 18th year was the time, RCB's repaid them with a lot of interest.
Have you seen Virat Kohli get so emotional and shed tears on the cricket field?
In fact, I was just texting a friend of mine, and he told me that even when India won the T20 World Cup last year in the Caribbean, most of the players got emotional, especially people like Rohit Sharma and somebody like Rahul Dravid and even Virat Kohli. But I thought his emotions today were much more than what was displayed when India won the T20 World Cup. In fact, I did watch his short interview with Matthew Hayden, wherein he really spoke from his heart. He said what it meant for him, winning a IPL title, and he said it was all the more sweeter because he did win it with RCB. And he mentioned saying that at times he did feel whether he had to continue with RCB, and he said that he gave his youth, he gave his prime, and he gave his experience. So he said it's borne fruit, and he said this victory is for the fans and for the team. It's just not a time to talk about Virat Kohli, the man. So it shows it all, and there is that emotion in the person, because we typically associate the character of Virat Kohli with the aggression we always see, the way he brings in that energy on the field of play. But today was a day after the last ball was bowled. We could see an emotional Virat Kohli, tears being shed. I think that's what sport brings in, and that's what the human touch is all about.
2011 ICC Cricket World Cup, Virat Kohli said, he came with that famous statement, Sachin Tendulkar carried the burden of India's burden for so many years, and it is now time for them to carry him on his shoulders after winning that World Cup. Coming to the end of Sachin's career, he finally did it in his 6th World Cup or so. Virat Kohli, do we see him play with freedom in the next couple of IPL, or till he continues to play IPL?
Why not? I think, in fact, in this edition, he was very clear in what he was doing. Because to start with, we had Bethel along with him partnering, and he was, plundering the ball to all parts of the boundaries in the power play. He played second fiddle more often than not. And when he left and Salt came in, I think, they had a very, very clear plan to work on how they wanted to go about it. And I thought Virat was, devoid of pressure, because at the top he had Salt and Bethel at the beginning. In the middle order, he had the likes of Jitesh Sharma, Romario Shepherd, Tim David as finishers. So not much of a burden to carry. But yes, if we are going to see Virat Kohli continue for whatever point of time in this IPL, I think certainly we would look at him, express himself more, enjoy the game more, and play with much more freedom.
And continue to guide youngsters. And he also made a very valid point in appealing to the youngsters to respect Test cricket, and that is what he always stood for. This IPL, we had... go ahead.
Absolutely, because, he was one, I think, who literally reignited the fuel, and he was instrumental in, Test cricket maintaining its charisma and charm. And we all know the sort of passion he had towards red ball cricket. And that was always at the forefront for him. And no wonder, when he quit, he was emotional in his post when we could make out saying that, how difficult it was for him to move away from red ball cricket. So yes, and he knows the values attached to the conventional sport, the longer format, which was the original one. So it was very nice of him to be vocal and advocate the point, saying that, it's the longer format in Test match cricket that really tests everything from a cricketer's perspective.
And also not to forget Josh Hazelwood and his contribution. And this remarkable statistic where he has been part of winning teams in all the title rounds that he has been part of, be it the Big Bash,
Correct.
be it Australia, be it now IPL.
Exactly. So he's proved a lot of people wrong, and though I did make a statement saying that not someone who doesn't believe in history or dust it off. Yes, a lot was said, and history has been rewritten per se in terms of Hazelwood, and also maybe RCB. It was a blessing in disguise for them to lose the toss, because in the previous 3 final appearances they chased and they lost. So history is repeated again, and RCB turned it around by saying yes, batting first, and we could pull it off. So yes, a lot of things went the way it was supposed to, and a lot of things didn't go the way also. But at the end of the day, the grand finale coming to an end at the Narendra Modi Stadium with more than 1 lakh of people coming out there. It was a sea of red. It was RCB all the way, the fans, the brand of cricket they played. And end of it, I think the perfect team, the team which played the best brand of cricket and most consistent one, were deserving champions in this edition.
While I mentioned about Phil Salt winning for 2 different franchises in successive years, Shreyas Iyer was not that lucky, though he led well, he led by example, but then it was a case of too near it so far, wasn't it, for PBKS and Shreyas Iyer?
Exactly, they can be proud and walk with their head high out of this tournament, because the combination of Ricky Ponting and Shreyas Iyer has done wonders for the Punjab Kings in this tournament. As you said, yes, it was just between the cup and the lip. A couple of bad moments in this game, I think, devoid them of this cup. Hats off to Shreyas Iyer, as I say, manning a team with 6 uncapped Indian players. And after having a horror of a game in the qualifier 1 against RCB, and bouncing back extremely, in a big way, and beating Mumbai Indians convincingly in the qualifier 2, and turning out extremely good performance in the finals against RCB. Yes, as there can be only one winner, so it was RCB, but nothing to take away from the sort of performance Punjab Kings put up tonight. A proud, team, and they can walk with their head high.
Any idea of RCB having a victory parade? Bengaluru, they have to give it back to the fans, isn't it? Because Kohli mentioned it. It is not only for the team, but the victory is as much for the fans as much it is for the team. Any victory parade planned, Sri?
Not really, Gikku. I'm not aware of anything of that sort. Could be certainly something would be brewing, and the KCA management would be mulling on trying to do something. Yes, they thoroughly deserve one because the fans have been so loyal, and they've backed them right in the thick and thin. And as I said, 18 years of hibernation, the wait is over, and certainly it's time for celebrations. And yes, why not? Victories does certainly get sweeter, like old wine gets better as it is stored for more years. So this is like old wine in a new bottle. And certainly, yes, the man, he's brought everything into this team, he's given everything, and thoroughly a deserving champion, not only the team, and yes, for this man, Virat Kohli.
And this win, I'm sure, will increase the fan following manyfold. And RCB's loyal fans, they will only get more loyal and more loyal in the coming season. So on that note, Sri, it was fantastic having you on Gikkudiaries, the Kumbi-Gikku Show. Thanks for your invaluable insights, superb opinions, great stories, and some of the anecdotes from your cricketing umpiring days. And some, I will not forget those moments, and hope to catch up with you for another series at the earliest. Thank you very much, and take care, stay safe. See you soon.
Thank you, Gikku. Thank you very much. Certainly, yes, it was a pleasure working with you. And end of it, yes, the prediction of 51-49 came true, and happy the way the tournament ended. Yes, looking forward to, and we'll keep the audience posted with something entertaining coming up with the India-England series. Good night, Gikku. Thanks very much, and stay safe.
Thank you, viewers, and That was K. Srinath with his wonderful insights into the entire edition of IPL, how things went about. We did reviews of the matches weekly, and now in the playoffs, we did the previews, reviews, and most of them came right. Most of Sri's predictions did come right. On that note, thank you very much. Take care, stay safe, and we will be back soon with another show on a different series. Take care. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Chico. See you.
Bye.